Hi, FlossTube friends. This is Tina Frazier coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. Today is July 4th, 2026 at approximately 11:03 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm coming to you today with my fourth and last, thank goodness, installment of my 2026 long overdue WIP parade for all of you. So thank you very much for stopping in. Hopefully you've had a chance to watch the other 3 videos that I put up showing you my WIPs. It's been a fun ride. I'm super tired and I'm ready to wrap things up for you today. So this has been a long afternoon of showing you everything that I've touched cross stitch wise, including some stuff that I added thanks to a couple of friends that have moved on with their life or have passed away, sadly. Melanie Pratt, I hope you're watching. I hope you're looking down on me, and I hope you're enjoying that I'm sharing that I've added your WIPs to my WIP parade. So, thank you very much for stopping by, and thank you very much for visiting with me today. We have 26 left of my 98, you guys. So in the last video, I was going through a bin that had some of my friend Melanie Pratt's WIPs that she left behind last March when she passed away on St. Patrick's Day, unfortunately. And I added 6 more WIPs to my total. I am at 98 WIPs so far. Doesn't mean I won't be adding any more. I don't remember what's in this last little tote, but I have a tote filled with some stuff to show you guys. We're really looking forward to digging into this and to see where we are. So yeah, you guys, I'm almost in triple digit WIPs. I can't believe that. I actually started this year with more WIPs than I thought, because I only had 92 listed on my sheet, and I am at 98 right now because I added 6 more from Melanie, and I would have had those on my list at the beginning of the year had I thought to include them, which I didn't. So, yay. But I did find out that there's a couple of them that I can turn into finishes really quick if I just kind of concentrate and work on them. So I may actually pick a weekend or a week or a couple of weeks or even August. Let's just say I make August my finish it month, and we can kind of go from there and see where I'm at. Maybe I can get a bunch of small stuff done. That would be really cool. All right, so we will get back into episode number 4. This is the last episode. I'm gonna plow through the remaining WIPs that I have to share with you, and we will get through this together and be glorious. Yay! Anyway, sorry about that. I think I just knocked those off. I'm just going to take those off and we shall go from there. All right, so here we go. I just showed this in the most recent FlossTube video that I recorded yesterday. This is Lindy Stitch's Jackalopian Tapestry. To hear the story behind why I was stitching this, you can watch that video from yesterday. It was the FlossTube episode 209, I believe. So if you want to hear the story behind this Jackalopian Tapestry by Lindy Stitches, you can watch that video. And I did just recently show this, so I'm not gonna really go into any detail. This is stitched on a piece of 40 count Newcastle in vintage mocha using the called for floss. I started this one March 13th, 2022 as part of March Madness. And this is the top border. Okay, that is Lindy Stitch's Jackalopian Tapestry. I can mark this off my sheet. Jackalopian Tapestry. Woohoo! Was this even started? This one, I believe, came from Rob's mom. Yes, this one is started. Oh, I have number 99. Number 99. Number 99, you guys. WIP number 99. Not sure. She started on the bird. Okay, she got started on the bird. Christmas, a sharing time. This is designs by Gloria and Pat. I don't know if we're going to have a colored picture of this. Yes, we will. Oh, that's really cute. Okay, that is really cute. I'm not going to add this to my WIP list. I will show this to you. This one came from my friend Rob at work. His mom was a stitcher and she no longer can stitch. He brought me a lot of her cross stitch stuff. She was stitching on this. This is from the A Christmas, a Sharing Time by Designs by Gloria and Pat, little booklet. I don't know what fabric she was stitching this on. I want to guess it's the called for fabric. Let me see if I can dig into this. Model stitch on 18 count fiddlers using 2 strands for cross stitch. This might be fiddler's cloth. It very well could be. She has the bird. It's the bird. It's the bird. I don't know if I'll stitch this. I may. I don't know. I'm not adding this to my WIP list, but this came from Rob's mom. So if I added this to my WIP list, this would be number 99. I have the floss to stitch it with. So I may or may not do this. This is started by Mary Corte, Rob's mom. Fully kitted, adopted August 2025. So Rob brought this to me last August. I've had this a year. I don't know if I will be stitching this, but this is an inherited WIP from Rob's mom, Marie, or Mary. I don't know if her name's Mary or Marie. I have to ask Rob. So, number 99, if I add it. Almost triple digits, you guys. All right. It's a fun one. This is Victorian Christmas Eve by Nora Corbett. See if I can dig out the card. This is by Cross Stitch and Needlework Magazine, January 2008, pages 29 to 32. This is on 32 count natural linen, I believe, for using the called for floss. I started this December 12th of 2020, so I started this during the pandemic. Victorian Christmas Eve by Nora Corbett. It's a pretty lady. Pretty young lady. I actually have quite a bit done on her. Yeah. Yep. Victorian Christmas Eve, Nora Corbett. Let me mark that off before I forget. Victorian Christmas Eve, there we go. Yay. All right. This is also an interesting thing. This is called Pin Umbrella Painter. This is a piece that I pulled 32 count sea spray linen using the kit floss. So this was a kit that I had picked up. I started this March 10th, 2022 during March Madness, and I picked this kit up in the La Brea area out in California. There was a I forget the name of the cross stitch store, but they had this kit, and I hadn't seen this kit before. It was accompanied by Pin. It's called Umbrella Painter, and it's mostly full cross stitch, full coverage. So I'm considering this full coverage because it is pretty much full coverage. The only thing that I'm not stitching are these corners, these blue corners up here at the top. I'm not stitching those because the fabric that I chose is blue sea spray linen, and this is the only bit that I've gotten stitched. That's it. Yep, that's it. The cross stitch store that I purchased this at is no longer in business. They retired or closed down. I printed the pattern. I made a photocopy of the pattern, printed it so I could mark it up. But I started this as part of March Madness in 2022 when I was stitching March Madness. And I am using the kit floss that it came with. I want to say it's Cosmo Floss or an overseas floss company. I don't think it's DMC Floss. And it doesn't want to close. All right, there we go. Pin Umbrella Painter. So I think that is on this other side. Actually, it might be over here. Umbrella Painter. It was down at the bottom. All right. All righty. Let's slide out of my chair because I didn't do this right. This is in a Dot Goose Designs pumpkin bag. Really nice pumpkin bag. I like this bag. And it has pumpkin spice stuff on the inside. Really nice. There are two pieces in here. We'll go with the small one first. This one is from the Just Cross Stitch October 2020, pages 26 and 27. It is a design by Elizabeth Spurlock called Sleepy Owls. I personally dyed the 28 count white linen using RIT dye and the pickle jar method by Carla Being Crafty here on FlossTube. And I'm using Presencia floss 2/2. So this is the Sleepy Owls. This is a piece of my personally hand-dyed floss using RIT dye. And I've got one of the owls done. I personally hand-dyed this fabric. I think the fabric turned out wonderful. Carla Being Crafty has a great pickle jar dyeing tutorial. If you ever want to watch that, I would suggest you do, but this is Sleepy Owls. This could be a really quick finish this year if I pull it out. Make sure I get this marked off. There it is, Sleepy Owls. And then the second piece that I have in here is another magazine project. This is called Bewitching Owl. Artwork by Bernadette Deming, adapted for cross stitch by Elizabeth Spurlock. He's really cute. I'm stitching Bewitching Owl on it's from the Cross Stitch and Needlework magazine, September 2012, pages 34 to 36. I'm stitching it on black 28 count even weave from a big box store using the called for floss. I had worked on this for WIP Go 2022. He is turning out really cute. He's turning out really cute. Look at him. He's so cute. Happy. Bewitching Owl. All right, I'll get him back in there. Bewitching Owl. This one's very. Bewitching Owl. Okay. This is an interesting set. So, a long time ago, Curtis Behringer was a cross-stitch designer, and he came out with something that was really kind of a cool idea. He came out with what was called the Needlewoman Murder Mystery. And it was a series of charts, and you would stitch the chart and then solve the murder. A murder in 13 leaflets, chapter 13. So I have chapters 1 through 13, and the pieces kind of built on each other. Can't show you this. I don't think you can even get this pattern anymore, but there were lots of errors and erratas for this piece because some of the patterns, some of the pieces in it didn't I'm going to actually turn this off. Some of the patterns actually didn't line up with each other. Sorry about that, you guys, but some of the patterns did not line up with each other. And so there was lots of stuff in this. I started stitching this. I think I got through most of part 1 and into part 2 out of 13. I can't tell you when I started this, when I worked on it, what the fabric is or anything like that. I don't know. But this is how much of it I got stitched. I kind of do like the colors, and I think it would be kind of fun to finish stitching it, see what it looks like. But yeah, Curtis Behringer, Murder in 13 Leaflets, the Needlewoman Murder Mystery. All right, I'm going to put this back on. Curtis Behringer, Needlewoman Murder Mystery. This is a stocking by Just Nan, Sugar Plum Violets. So I had originally started this to stitch for my sister-in-law, and because she was coming over at Christmas time, so I wanted to have a special stocking for her. I still think I might finish it and give it to her, but I don't know. I am not actively stitching this anymore very much. I think I worked on it a couple of years ago. It's a very pretty color set, but I don't know when I started it, so I didn't write it down. Yep. I don't even think I told her that I was stitching it for her, nor have I showed it to her. I started that pre-2000. One more Heaven and Earth Designs full coverage project. This one is a Jasmine Beckett Griffith. This is Quick Stitch Porthole of Fantasy 2. I'm stitching this on white 28 count even weave 2/110. Porthole of Fantasy by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. I'm actually quite a ways on this one. Yep. And I have the matching needle minder to go with it. Did I restart it? Yeah, actually, I think I restarted this. This was a restart. Yes, this was a restart. Yes, it very much was a restart. Right here. Crazy. Craziness. Restart. Oh, there's two of them in here. This is Faces of Fairy 195 that I have the needle minder for. So I just showed you both of them. Faces of Fairy 195, 28 count cream linen, 2/110. That's all I have written on here. So there's two Heaven and Earth designs in here, you guys. Faces of Fairy 195 and QS porthole. Quick Stitch porthole. With Fantasy. There we go. Do. There's two of them in here. Woohoo! Okay. Next. This is my second Carolyn Manning design. I don't have the color picture of this, but this is Aquamarine, the Shooting Star collection. Aquamarine is my birthstone, so I of course wanted to stitch this. And I don't have the card in here to tell you when I started this, but this is on a piece of 28 or 32 count white even weave, and I am stitching this 2/1. I mean 1/1 full cross, and that is as big as it is. So that outside border, that gray border all the way around, that is as big as this piece is going to be. So I have a lot of extra fabric, but really pretty, really, really, really pretty. Carolyn Manning, Aquamarine. Do. This is Frosted Pumpkin, Midnight Way. This is a multi-piece stitch along. I don't have all the bits in here for it. I don't have the full color pattern, but this is a Frosted Pumpkin Midnight Way. I'm hoping to bring this out in August or in October for fall stitching, but this is where I'm at. Midnight Way. Really cute. Can't tell you what fabric I'm stitching it on or when I started it, because that's all the information that I have on my card. It's a piece of even weave. That's all I know. Don't know what the pattern, what the colorway of the even weave is or not. I don't know. I have no idea. Yep. Frosted Pumpkin Midnight Way. All right, so this is the picture for Santa of the Forest that I showed you in part 1 or 2. Part 1 probably. Let me see if I can get it to focus. Maybe. Oh. Anyway. There we go. Santa of the Forest. This is another little teeny Teresa Winsler that I started. This is a Dimensions Gold Collection piece. No, this is not a Teresa Winsler. This is called The Sleigh Ride by Randy Von Beck, or Von Bach. It's called The Sleigh Ride. Cute little Christmas village kind of setup. I thought this was a Teresa Winsler one. I think I swapped out the fabric. It goes this way. And I'm using the kit floss. I think I swapped out the fabric, but I am using the kit floss. I don't know if I put down on here when I started this. Yeah, I did not write down on here when I started. Sleigh Ride. This is Floral Totoro. This is stitched on white even weave 28 count, called for flosses. I started this March 18th, 2018, and I purchased this on Etsy by a designer named Smet, S-M-E-T. I can't show you a colored picture, but I can show you a colored printout of the pattern. It's Floral Totoro. If you're familiar with Studio Ghibli anime, Totoro is one of their more popular animes. And this is where I'm at. It's on a piece of white even weave. He's really cute, and I have my Totoro needle minder on there as well. Really cute. Need to get working on this again. Need to dig this out, work on it, and get it finished. Okay, I cannot show this one. Can't show that one. Oh, it's not really a whip. It was a, I can't show it because it was a, going to be a model for a designer who has passed away. And I need to work with their mother to get that back to her. All right. This is a Dimensions Gold Collection kit. The Mighty Samurai by James Hemsworth. I'm stitching this on 32 count lamb's wool linen 2/2 full cross. Again, to go with my whole like Asian kimono stuff. Gold collection, Samurai. Yep. And I am using the kit stuff except for the floss, the fabric, because it came with Ada. Yeah, it came with Ada. It came with really small Ada. I might actually use that for something else though. So this is 32 count lamb's wool linen. I have a small start. Small start. I don't know which direction it goes. I don't know which direction it goes. I need to pull this one out and actually work on this one for a while. I don't know when I started this one, so I'm gonna have to get some info down. But I have the floss all specially kitted up for this. The Mighty Samurai. Ooh, the Mighty Samurai. I started this pre-2019. That's all I know. We're almost down to the wire, down to the end, down to the end. This was a special kit that we could order through Cross My Heart, and or through your local needlework store. You used to be able to order this, and this came out. This is from Ink Circles and Hands-On Design. This is called Needles Dance, a collaborative design. Needles Dance. So we got a kit. It came in a box. It came with the floss. Came with the fabric. And I did start it. Haven't gotten very far. Little handwritten note. Says, Cross My Heart. The gold and silver number 4 Kreinik braids may be used to make your spools, needles, and scissors sparkle in this design. They are an option and not called for in the original design. It is your choice if you wish to use these fibers. Have a great time stitching your needles dance. Cross My Heart. So my needlework shop added some extra little sparkle in for this. And it came with the backing fabric and the classic Colorworks flosses. I actually should dig this out and stitch on it some more. Needles Dance by Ink Circles and Hands-On Design. So we had this as a class. It was kind of fun. It was a stitching night at the store. It was fun. But I actually do need to bring this out and work on this at some point. This was fun. All right. All right, I need to get into this. Animal Crossing style. All right, so this came out by Cunning Cross Stitch. This was a stitch along, and if you follow anybody that plays video games, you probably know that there is this video game out called Animal Crossing. This is the Animal Crossing stitch along. I don't have a color printout of everything, but this was a multi-part stitch along that came out, and you can see the different months. So each of the months had, did it stop? No. Each of the months had essentially a character, an NPC from the Animal Crossing franchise that you could stitch on your piece. And I don't know if I have the information here for my piece. Yeah, actually, I do sort of. All right, so this is the Animal Crossing style by Cunning Cross Stitch. I'm using Picture This Plus 28 count flapper Lugana. I started this in 2021. And this is where I got. I need to dig this back out and work on it. You guys, we are down to the wire here. Down to the wire. I count 2, maybe 3. 2, maybe 3. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. Oh, we did that. Missing a couple. Yep. Missing a couple. We have some more to do. We have some more to do, but I have to find them. Yep. I have to find them. Ooh. All right. This is cute. This is Diane Grabner. Diane Grabner, Evening Feed, 2/1, 28 count blue even weave. I started this March 6th of 2022. Evening Feed with the sheeps. And this is where I've got to. So I have some that are apparently missing, you guys. All right. Diane Grabner, Evening Feed. Oh. Now there's one, at least 2 in there. Okay, this pattern is from Stitchrovia. I don't have a color pattern, but this is called Let It Snow from Stitchrovia. I found this on Etsy. Really pretty, really pretty. Stitchrovia. It's going to be over here. Let It Snow. This one was a fun one, but I did take some liberties and match the sides over. I don't have any information on this, but this is Let It Snow. It's stitching up pretty quick. I need to finish it, just get it done. So this is probably going to be a piece I work on this winter. Stitchrovia, Let It Snow. All right, you guys. Unfortunately, that is everything in my bag and in my tote. I will have to dig around and look for a couple of things that are missing. I have the 2001 Free Angel by Marilyn Leavitt Emblem. Stained Glass Elegance by Ursula Michaels. It was the Christmas one. The stained glass one. The Floral Santa Ornament by Janlin. I don't know if I showed that one. I'm going to mark that one as shown. Floral Santa Ornament. Welcome to Pumpkinville. Stained Glass Hello Kitty. I think I did show that yesterday. Yeah, I did show that. Welcome to Pumpkinville. I don't remember if I showed that one. We just did Evening Feed. Did I show Welcome to Pumpkinville? And I have a Teresa Wentzler small little one called Above the Clouds that I didn't find. So I think I've shown Welcome to Pumpkinville. So I'm going to have to find that one. But anyway, there you have it. That is my list and my WIP parade for 2026, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you for just being good friends and for hanging out with me as I went through all of my WIPs. That is everything I have for you now. So that one is only 45 minutes. So a little bit, we went under an hour with that. So thank you very much for being here with me and for going on this journey with me of wonderful, wonderful, wonderful stitchiness stuff. So I have to do a little cleanup now, and I am going to just relax. I'm going to start just kind of dumping these videos into my editing software and just kind of hope for the best. So hopefully you will see these videos coming up in the next couple of days. And yeah. So anyway, thank you very much for spending time with me and for letting me share all my goodness with you. Lots of stuff that I went through and lots of stuff that I have to do. So out of 98 WIPs, I have a lot. Yeah, so I have a lot of stitching to do, and I have a lot of stitching to catch up on and a lot of stuff to finish. And hey, you know, maybe this is going to encourage me to finally finish some stuff this year and get some more stuff out of my way so I can start some of the other stuff that I have in the to be stitched piles that I have around me. So thank you very much for being here. I am so glad you're here. You matter. You are loved, you are wanted, you're important, you belong. And if you don't have support structure, I am here for you. I am your family now. If your family is no longer the support that you need, I will be your family. So welcome. I give really good mom hugs. So thank you for stopping by, and we will catch you soon. All right. I'm just really tired. This WIP parade kind of took a lot out of me. I was kind of difficult to be on point for 4 hours. I was on point for 4 hours today. There's a lot of videos to do. So thank you for being here with me and sharing in this. I hope you've had a really good 4th of July weekend. I couldn't really get into the spirit, which is one of the reasons why I was doing these videos for you. And I hope you guys are doing well. And I hope that everything is going okay. And we will catch you soon. And hopefully, I will have more to share with you very, very, very soon. I have a couple other videos in mind that I'd like to get done. I may actually not do them until later on this week, though, because I'm kind of tired. I just kind of want to relax. I think tomorrow, Sunday, is going to be my day to relax, play video games, just do whatever. So, that being said, thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. You're a friend. And until next time, keep your head up, keep moving forward, because that's really all we can do. And we will catch you very soon, all right? Thanks. Hi, it's me again. So I was actually packing up the tote, and I looked in the tote before I put my things, started putting my things back in. Lo and behold, one more. This is one of the ones that I was missing. This is a little kit. Teresa Wentzler, Above the Clouds. I'm not going to be able to show you this. This is one of her dragons. It's little dragon thing. I have started this. I think I was using the kit fabric. Maybe I pulled my own fabric. This is just a little start of Above the Clouds. I think, yeah. So this is where I'm at. Little bitty start in Teresa Wentzler, Above the Clouds. It's a little castle with a dragon wrapped around it. So that is one of the last WIPs. I think I showed you Welcome to Pumpkinville recently. I don't remember. I need to find it though, because I don't remember where it's at. And maybe I did show you Welcome to Pumpkinville. But anyway, that is the last WIP I have. So thank you very much for indulging me on this 2026 WIP parade. Maybe the end of the year I will get some of these WIPs knocked out, and maybe we will just have some fun later on with WIPs and more WIP parade. So I'm hoping to do these at least once a year. So maybe next year I will have some of them down. It feels really weird. But anyway, thank you again for watching, and we will catch you again soon. Hi friends, again, this is Tina Frazier. It is quite a bit later than my last little snippet that I'm adding on. I actually found the last 3 WIPs of mine that I was missing at the end of my last little bit. So I was missing Welcome to Pumpkinville. I was missing the Christmas Elf Fairy, and also I was missing Stained Glass Elegance, a stained glass Christmas tree piece that I had started out of the Keepsakes calendar publication, and I dug through some of my stuff and I actually found all 3 of them. So I am coming to you today with the last 3 WIPs for my 2026 WIP parade. So that being said, let's get into it. So this is from the 2024 Keepsake cross-stitch calendar. This is a very pretty Christmas stained glass Christmas tree. Very, very pretty. And it was the December 2023 calendar picture from the 2024 calendar. I am stitching this on a piece of 32 count easy count fabric using DMC floss. I started this December 25th, 2023 on Christmas Eve. So I started this 3 years ago. Haven't worked on it really since then. This is from Ursula Michaels, and it's from the Keepsakes 2024 calendar, the December 23. So it's a very small piece, as you can see. Come now. Come on. All right. I have to put the needle back on the needle minder. but I am doing this 1/1 tent stitch, and that is where I got. Not very much of a start on it at all. So that was Stained Glass Elegance from the 2024 Keepsake Cross Stitch Calendar. So that is one of the cross stitch pieces I was missing. That is going to come out this Christmas. So we have that Stained Glass Elegance. Stained Glass Elegance. There we go. Okay. Then the next one was the Frosted Pumpkin. Welcome to Pumpkinville. That is in this very lovely Fall Witches. I think this is a Teresa Kogut fabric. I don't remember if this was a Teresa Kogut fabric or not. I don't even remember where I purchased this at. I might have the thing in here that tells me. I don't know. Maybe not. But this is the Frosted Pumpkin. Welcome to Pumpkinville. I actually have a little Notions pouch to go with the bag. So this is by Frosted Pumpkin. I am stitching this on Picture This Plus Oaken 28 count casual linen using the called for threads. And I also have the Pumpkinville needle minder on here. So this is where I'm at in Welcome to Pumpkinville. That is all I have stitched on it. I will bring this out probably in the fall. I will need to bring this out in the fall. But that is Welcome to Pumpkinville. And then the last one that I couldn't find. This is a small Mirabilia cross stitch kit. This is the Christmas Elf Fairy. I am almost finished, completely finished with her. This was a kit. You could get this one as a kit or you could get it just as a pattern. I got the kit. I don't have any information on when I started this. Oh, and the free angel is actually in here too. So I have one more after this. So this is the Christmas Elf Fairy. Look at that. This is the Christmas Elf Fairy. This is where I'm at. She may actually, no, she is not finished. So I have to add some whisper up in her hat up here. And I also have to add the whisper down here in the ruffle of her dress. And I think I actually have beads and stuff to stick in her wings as well. So I have some beads to stick in her wings. And her boots and snowflakes to put around her. So I actually have quite a bit of stuff to finish on her, actually. Yeah, the whisper and the beads. All right. And then also in this little baggie of mine, I have the 2001 Free Angel from Marilyn Leavitt Embone. This is Nora Corbett's mom. This was the pattern that you could get for free from her mom. I am not finished stitching on this, but this is where I am at on the Free Angel. So I have quite a bit of stitching. I have her wings, I have the candle, I have her face and stuff, and then I have to add the beads to it. So there we go. So those are 4 other pieces that I had to share with you. So there you go. There is the all of the here is all of the missing WIPs that I had to show you. So I'm glad I found, I'm glad I looked around and found those. Thank you again for indulging me and letting me share my 98 WIPs with you this wonderful, wonderful 4th of July. And I'm really glad that you decided to come spend time with me tonight. This was a long process and a really long drawn out thing. So now I'm in the process of editing the videos. So anyway, thank you very much for allowing me to bring all of my good stuff into your life. And hopefully you found some inspiration here to look into starting something new. I am going to be relaxing a little bit more, putting some stuff away, and I actually have 1 or 2 more videos that I need to film for a few other crafts. So I won't be doing that tonight. I'll probably be doing that tomorrow, assuming that I don't want to just stitch during the day and sleep. So thank you very much again for being here and for being a friend and just watching me here on YouTube. So if you could just give me a like, leave a comment, ask a question. I'll be doing my best to help you out. And thank you for indulging me on this wonderful WIP parade event. So thank you, and we will catch you soon. Take care, everybody. Good night.